Welcome to Your Entertainment Ticket. I'm Al McGee with John Diego.
I'm right here. I'm glad you stopped by.
That's right. We're at the Hilton Garden Inn, and we're in the American Grill restaurant. Wow, we just saw a great film called I Serve the King of England. It's a Czechoslovakian film, and you know, this film was made in 2006, but this film was very good, very funny. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't think the year it made any difference. I'll tell you, how they got to make this film to me is amazing. I mean, they brought in a lot of artifacts because they had to get the era of 1930s, late 1930s, early 40s.
Right.
Actually in the 30s, the Czechoslovakians were taken over by the Germans. So that's the basic background of the film, but it isn't what the film's all about. It's about a young man.
Well, the main character is called Dieter and was played by Ivan Barniv. This is a Czechoslovakian movie. It was very good.
I mean, Czechoslovakia, it isn't even there anymore. I guess now it's not Czechoslovakia anymore.
No, it's not.
No, the country was taken over by the Germans, and basically, that's what this is all about in the background. The foreground, we see a young man who's trying to make Dieter, who's trying to make $1 million, and in that day of age, that was pretty tough to do. But he starts out being a waiter in this hotel.
Oh man, this hotel was one of the best hotels you ever want to be in, right?
And it's got a lot of flesh in the movie, and basically he was like in the right time at the right place, and things started happening for him.
Oh, well, good things started happening for him. But then later on, when the Germans took over his city, he married a German, but that was against the Czechs' rule. You know, they found that very wrong, and then eventually he went to jail. And that's where the movie started off too, where he was coming out of jail.
Well, basically the reason why he really did go to jail was because he had too much money. He was up to like about 15 million, so he got like 15 years. But the whole movie is really like a surreal look at life. You sit there and you enjoy watching this man who he goes through all these trials and tribulations. Some great times, some fun times. This is a man's movie, by the way, although women would just love to just sit there and watch it. The man really is this is a macho film.
Oh, this is a very, very much so a macho film. But also, this film reminded me of a few other films and actors too. For example, you know, Ivan, you know, in his character playing Dieter, you know, he reminded me a little bit of Charlie Chaplin, the way he acted and moved around, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Actually, he did remind me of that a little bit, too. The way he moved about.
And also, this movie reminded me a little bit of Life is Beautiful. Remember that film, that Italian film?
It was a very sad film, but yeah, it did give me a little bit of reminiscence of that. A little bit different in the storyline, of course, it's not even close, but it gives you that kind of feeling. The movie gives you that kind of feeling while you're watching it.
And there was a lot of comedy in this, but also there are some sad parts in it too. The acceleration of the Germans coming in there and taking over everything, and then in the end, when the Germans lost, how the country, everything just changed.
We aren't ruining the film for you. Trust me. Anything we're saying here does not ruin the film for you. All it does is it enhances it. A lot of the preview, if you see the preview to this movie, or the trailer, you'll see that a lot of what we're talking about is in the trailer.
Right. And we're not really talking about what really happened and everything like that. But did you enjoy this movie?
Yeah, I did enjoy the movie. You know why? Because it's a movie I could sit back, watch, and just realize what happened during that period, the takeover of Czechoslovakia. I just had no idea how it was all set up and engineered, and how the Germans just came in and took it off. They had some great footage of Hitler and the troops marching, and he tied all that in with the actual movie himself. The writer-director was an amazing writer-director. His name is
Jerry Menzel.
Is that how you say it? Jerry?
That's how we saying it.
Yeah, that's how we're saying it. A lot of these names you can't pronounce. And most of them are like Czechoslovakian or at least European in nature. And he was great. I mean, what a great director.
Not only the director, the acting too, with all the different characters coming in and out. You know, I was thoroughly entertained by this movie. This movie is a movie that I did not feel that oh, let me hurry up and get home. You know, no,
Yeah.
I wanted to see what was going on next.
Right, yeah. And you know what? I wasn't antsy. The thing, it runs almost 2 hours, and I was never antsy throughout the film.
Nope.
I was waiting for the next scene to come out. Of course, being a male, you see a lot of females, you know, naked, running around. But, you know,
Ooh, I love that.
keeps your attention and keeps you moving. The women would probably like it also because it's a great little story behind it. It's about a guy who's really was in love, in love with his country, love with his life, love with his profession, and trying to get to be that millionaire.
But also, I never really saw a story from the side of a Czechoslovakian about what happened during World War II, and this is why this was different and entertaining to me.
Yeah, I agree. I totally. It was not totally about one-sided look at a country, although it looked like, you know, you were put into the position of deciding which side you would take.
Exactly, exactly. So we love this movie. I would recommend it.
You know what's good about our profession now? We get to see these movies. It's tough to say to you, go out and see this movie when it's only going to be playing at a few theaters, which we know that that's how the distribution works on this type of movie. But it will come to DVD. It will probably come to HBO. It'll probably come to things like that. If you see it listed, I served the King of England. I served the King of England.
But go to the movie theater and see it. Go to the movie theater. The reason I say that because, again, I love the big screen. Yeah. I don't like watching anything on TV or on DVD because I got to watch it on television. I love the big screen. I love the movie theater.
I like watching the DVD after I've seen it in the theater, if it's a movie I want to see again. But like I said, in some certain places, like throughout the world where we go to, you're going to find that you may not be available in your local theater. Look for it on DVD in that case.
I would agree with that.
Don't miss this film.
I Served the King of England.
Yeah. I Served the King of England.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm Al McGee, and this is John Delia. We just got through talking about I Served the King of England. Go see it. We love this movie, right?
Yeah, and we're coming here from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And we're here at the wonderful Hilton Garden Inn and enjoying their food at the American Grill.
That's right. See you soon.